Black mental health is in a crisis, not because we're broken, but because we are carrying so much of the world's problems on our shoulders because evidently we have become the backbone. We have become people's go-to person. We have become, what analogy can I use? People pile shit on us like we're the pack mules. They pile all of the world's problems. They pile every single problem that they have on our backs. Somehow they blame us for it. Now, here we go, being like the pack mules, and we carrying all of that. Yeah, I said it. We've been carrying generations of weight with no space to put it down. And for too long, the world expected us to survive everything without ever asking how we're doing. Today, we're talking about the reality of Black mental health, the stigma, the silence, the systems, the survival, and the shift that's finally happening. A lot of us grew up in homes where mental health wasn't a conversation. It was a secret. Pray about it. Stop crying. You're fine. Be strong. Don't let people see you weak. Oh, you're depressed? Go depress the dishes. And you know, I was always why should I go depress the dishes, baby? What? If I start talking to dishes, you might well commit to me. Because ain't no way I'm gonna sit there and depress a dish. I'm not finna depress a dish. We wasn't taught to process emotion. We were taught to hide them. We weren't taught to ask for help. We were taught to push through. And that silence didn't make us stronger. It made us isolated. Even when you do reach out for help, the system isn't always ready for us. Therapists who don't understand cultural existence and context, doctors who misdiagnose or dismiss symptoms, workplaces that punish vulnerability, schools that label Black kids as problematic instead of in pain. Black people aren't overreacting. We're navigating systems that weren't designed with us in mind, and that disconnect shows up in the numbers, the outcomes, and the lived experiences we don't talk about enough. Now let's go back to all the households. Now I don't know what's this everybody's household, but I know this is my household. When I was able to talk to my mom about, when I was able to talk about, why I'm saying was, when I'm still am able to talk to my mom. She ain't dead. But when I was like my teen years and everything, when I was able to talk to her about my mental health, sometimes she wouldn't believe that, yeah, I was going through a little bit of depression and a little bit of anxiety. But as I got older, she understood more because she went through the same thing. She was going through that. And she always tells me that I'm like a carbon copy of her. Like the things that she sees in me, she used to do. The things that I do, she did those things. Like if I make an impulse decision or dumb decision, she told me that she used to do the same thing. And it's like, but damn, I don't want to be a carbon copy of you. I don't want to be a carbon copy of my mama. Then she was like, but that's how it is though. She sees similarities between me and her, and I'm like, well, we are mother and son. Hello. But anyway, she would always tell me that being depressed is not the final answer, because you're going to get through it. You're going to get through the depression. That's just how it is. And some days I do feel a little depressed, and there's other days I don't feel depressed. You know, that's just how it is. Black mental health isn't just about the present. It's about the past and the present colliding. We're dealing with generational trauma, community trauma, racial trauma, economic trauma, identity trauma, and everyday microaggressions that add up. We're carrying things our ancestors never had the chance to heal. We're carrying things we were never taught to name. We're carrying things we were told to ignore. And ignoring it didn't make it disappear, it made it heavier. But something is changing. Black people are going to therapy. Black men are opening up. Black women are setting boundaries. Black families are breaking patterns. Black communities are choosing healing over silence. We're unlearning the idea that strength means suffering quietly. We're redefining what resilience looks like. We're giving ourselves permission to feel, to rest, and to ask for help. This generation is saying, I'm not carrying all of this alone. And the shift is powerful. And I love to see Black people actually go get help. I'm always one saying, yes, Black people need to go to therapy. Because sometimes there are things that go on in our lives that we need to talk to somebody about. And you can't talk to your family half the time, because half the time they'll make a joke out of it. I mean, yeah, joking is good in joking time, but I'm telling you something serious. I'm gonna need you to be serious for once, because something is going on with me, and I don't know what's going on. Like, joking is funny in joking time, but when I have a real problem, I have a real problem, and I need to talk to somebody about it. And I'm very glad to see Black men opening it up. I'm glad to see that. Even though some people don't want Black men to open up because they don't think Black men deserve to have feelings and emotions. Shut that shit up. To the ones that think Black men shouldn't have anything to say, no emotions, no nothing. But you always want somebody to be emotionally available, but you don't want the Black man to say they have emotions. Should I go to hell at this point? Because first and foremost, Black men need to show emotions. They need to be emotionally available. Black men go through a lot of things too. Black men go through the pressure of being the provider. They go through the pressure of being the strong one. They have to do this, have to do that. People put pressure on them so much. They put pressure on us so much that we can't deal half the time. So no wonder Black men have to open up. They have to start talking to somebody. I mean, that's just how it is. Healing in the Black community doesn't look like one thing. It looks like many. It looks like therapy, like prayer, journaling, community, boundaries, rest, honesty, breaking cycles, choosing yourself without guilt. Healing isn't linear. It isn't pretty. It isn't quick. But it's possible, and it's happening. The state of Black mental health is complicated, but it's not hopeless. We're naming what hurt us. We're challenging what shaped us. We're healing what broke us. We're becoming a generation that refuses to suffer in silence.